Okay. Calm down, everybody. Another match incoming. We're back. USA versus Finland. Two big teams. Well, actually one quite small team, I should say. But Finland has been known to be a bit of a surprise or underdog every so often. I'm still a little bit hurt by the way they won against the Netherlands a couple of years ago. But I need to take that into the equation, especially considering the fact that the United States is playing very likely with their best team ever so far this year. Round of 16, I'm here on my own for now. Seems like my other caster Jay sadly was not able to make it thus far. Maybe somebody will hop in, but if that means I can interact more with chat, that is always okay as well. So do let me know who is the preferred country here for this game. I'm gonna say USA myself. I think that they'll have a fairly easy time to be able to do that, and I already got myself a friend here in the caster booth. It's so easy when the USA is playing, right? Dolan just sniffs it up and he'll be right there. So how are you doing, Dolan? Glad to have you here as well. Or he's just not casting, that could be the case as well. A little bit of a communication error happening over here, but we'll be fine, I do hope.
We got it.
He's got it. It's great. Hi, Dolan.
Except you're coming out of the wrong speaker right now, but you know what? Discord issues.
There's issues, plenty of issues, but will Finland be facing some issues playing against the USA? What are your expectations here?
I think you kind of really hit the nail on the head earlier. Finland are a really scary early round team. As we've seen in past years, in group stages, they were always a country you never wanted to play against. And despite the fact that they only have 4 players, I mean, they still managed to put up a monster performance last weekend in their opening match against France, winning that one 5-2 quite handedly as the 16th seed. So I think we need to take that with a bit of a grain of salt, you know.
Oh yeah, absolutely. One of those teams that surprises you, considering the fact that, well, they only have 4 people now. And most of the players aren't like anywhere near to the top 10 ranking as well, unlike with the USA. So, a bit rough coming into the match for Finland, but they might surprise with a couple of points. They're already going into the bans and picks right here. They're going to be banning, let's see,
No Mod 1.
Fair
Makes
point.
sense. Yeah. Makes a lot of sense here against a team like Finland. You just want to get the easy maps out of the pool. And Finland going to be banning Mixed Mod 2, it looks like. The Yumeno Himiko Rain.
And that is very sad.
We haven't seen much of that map today, this weekend anyway, I don't think.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be too popular for anybody. But mixed mod is a bit tricky, especially if you're with 4 people. It becomes even more tricky because you do want to have like a very good player on every single mod. You do want to have a hidden player and one hardware player that's like proper confidence, at least. Maybe not the case here for Finland, although they do have a lot of hardware hidden players within their country. Not too comfortably against the USA, which is a fair point, really. They have Lexi on hidden, they have Sakurai on hard rock, they could have anybody of the other remnants on non-mod, and just straight up one of the strongest teams in the world here. Likely, actually so far this year, they've been called to be the most likely winner, I'm pretty sure, of the tournament too, so that is something.
Yeah, between them and South Korea for sure, but we still have to play the tournament out here in the round of 16, and it looks like it is going to be Sakurai, DeCreeper, and Lexi for this Hard Rock 1 pick, which is what the Americans are going to start with.
No, they're starting with a bit of a birthday wish there for Russell. Seemingly their birthday today, so everybody do congratulate them. Special day for them, and they're still going to have to perform for us, so a bit rough. Hopefully they'll have fun things to do after the match as well. Hopefully they'll have fun in the match too. You never know.
It seems like every match the United States has played as of recently, it's been Russell's birthday. It's quite impressive.
Crazy.
Crazy indeed. But we're going to be getting started with this one. United States and Finland. Let's find out where these... Oh, this is a Hard Rock 1 pick. For a second, I thought we were on Mixed Mod. We were talking about Mixed Mod so much earlier.
Oh, we've gone to Hard Rock. Wow, we're crazy indeed. Yeah, same goes for Hard Rock, really. The one issue mostly with Mixed Mod is the fact that Hard Rock just becomes really hard in that bracket every so often, because some of those maps just aren't really meant to be played with Hard Rock. And I know that the map will do cater towards that as much as they possibly can, but sometimes you have those weird outliers that are just unexpectedly hard for Hard Rock players. And if you don't have a very good Hard Rock player on your team at that point, you're just gonna lose most of the time against a team that does have a good Hard Rock player. However, Hard Rock is just rough overall for lower ranked teams. Here, so far, the first best there for Finland on Venado G, and the United States still holding on to that full combo.
Yeah, so pretty good start for everyone here. Aside from Venano, but again, one miss, not too bad. Finland will still be trailing slightly behind here, just about 20,000 points once it's all said and done. Botburger, getting caught out on that hyper. Not able to control the planet properly. Be a second miss for Finland.
Yeah, and slowly USA is building up that lead a little further and a little further as Botburger and Venano G are both going to miss once more. Only Nikolai left with a full combo there for Finland. He is one of the most competent Hard Rock players on the Finnish roster, I'm pretty sure. But you're going to have to perform at your very, very, very best against USA. So far, no drops there at all. Only a couple of droplet drops, which are more significant than they've ever been. But it's not enough for Finland to make anything of it.
Yeah, the USA having a field day on this Hard Rock 1 pick right now. No misses for them. Botburger going down. That's a big miss right there. The whole pattern nearly.
Yeah, and that just seems to be the trend so far. Botburger is able to build a bit of a combo every so often, but it's not steady enough for him to like hold it throughout the entire map. And that is not something that you should expect from everybody who's playing in this tournament, but against the USA, you're gonna need at least that.
Combos rebuilding for Finland, but the United States give them absolutely nothing to work with halfway through. Finally, DeCreeper will find a miss, and that'll be the first drop from the Americans.
That's the first time. Yeah.
Enjoy a large cushion.
First time we're seeing that red bar shrink a little bit, but that's a big cushion indeed. And seemingly that cushion is going to grow once more. Botburger and Venano G not being able to get really warmed up into this map. Still not being able to hold on to the combos for too long, and that's not enough. There's a 200k gap already, 2/3 into the map. There's gonna be a lot of misses required on the end of USA for this to go wrong here at this point.
It's over 200,000 score now for the United States into the final quarter of the map, and Botburger will drop once more right before the break, and that is probably going to be the dagger on this opening pick.
Yeah, no comments here further for the USA. They're just cruising at this point. Nikolai is also going to be dropping their combo for Finland, so you can't even brag about the FC on their own end. Sekre and Lexi both still performing really well here with the full combo, and really that Creeper is also boasting a higher score than any of the players on the Finnish side as well. So even if you have 3 Creepers playing here, would have still been a win for the USA, and that is a very solid opening statement there for the USA.
Yeah, definitely a nice job there to start your match on the right foot forward with a dominating performance. It'll be a confidence boost for the Americans as they clock in a near 3 million score on the opening pick. 1-0. Finland will have the next pick.
So incredibly close indeed. Only those couple of misses there for the Creeper in the middle of the map, disabling it from being perfect. Really, are you expecting perfect play all throughout the round of 16? Absolutely not. So this is a monster performance before. Nikolai with big drops towards the end, and sadly, Finland is gonna have to pull out something out of the bag here.
Well, we'll see what they pull out of the bag for their first pick here. You have to imagine it's going to be something along the lines of potentially hidden, or maybe mixed mod, or even no mod.
Well, the United States is probably accounting for no mod, considering the fact that they banned no mod here, which does make a lot of sense. It's the oldest trick in the book, right? If you're the weak team, just try and go for no mod, and then try to force a couple of mistakes on the better team you're playing against. Then again, Finland's quite be able to do something with hidden as well, do a bit of tomfoolery, They're not going to attempt it though. No, but 3 is being picked here. Machine Girl Ghost. Are you scared of ghosts?
Not of that one.
It's a cute ghost.
It looks so friendly. But anyway, this map is anything but friendly. Probably one of the harder maps in the no mod pool this week. Definitely interesting that Finland have reached for this first. They clearly want to try to break the Americans' concentration, catch them sleeping early here. You do see Russell checking in for the Americans. Botberger subbing out for Finland. Jonsku coming in.
Yeah, just a single Russell swap for both teams. And really, you don't need to do a lot more. Most people in this lobby are very, very much qualified to play these no-mod maps. And really, for the US roster, you could throw in pretty much virtually anyone in these types of maps too. You shouldn't. You should always try and have your best roster. So I assume this is what they opted for. And I mean, they are taking Finland seriously, considering the fact that they do roster swap to Russell, pulling him out of the darkness. Seemingly was playing Big Black easy flashlight just now. Hopefully, you can at least read here 8.7 now still.
How do you warm
still,
up?
it's a bit slower. How do you do?
How do you warm up for a World Cup match? Yes, easy flashlight, Big Black. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Only Russell. Here we go. And I mean, Russell definitely makes sense for a pick like this for the Americans. Just the gimmicky technical picks Russell is so good on.
He had a profile picture for Ghost for a very long time as well, I'm pretty sure.
Ghost buff.
They're all signs, right? Pointing to the same directions. Let's see it happen. Second map here, Finland's pick. A bit of an uncharacteristic though, but let's see them do it. See if they can catch USA off guard.
Sekre and Lexi coming off the brilliant scores from round 1. We'll see if this catches them off here. It's a little bit different than Hard Rock 1, to say the least.
Yeah, no matter how good the play is, it's always a bit hard to swap from AR10 back to something like 8.7, but so far it's going to be Veneto G with the first bit there. Nikolai following that up too. Both of those players also just play the Hard Rock pick, so they suffered a little more considering the fact that Nikolai is really struggling on these left-rights too. Missing a couple of those double notes.
Meanwhile, Trip FC is on the side of the United States. Sekre and Lexi adjusting just fine to the AR 8.7. Jonsku and Russell also doing pretty well. But Jonsku is going to go down right as I say that, so no FCs for Finland. To a Trip FC.
Big already, about within 1 million points, and that's going to grow even further considering that Jonsku is not back at 200 combo yet. Oh, that's just crazy. Russell and Nikolai do trade a miss there, so it's not going to put a further density to the United States. It does ruin their perfect performance, but it's still semi-perfect, so what are you doing in Finland? What do you have to do? You have to the only way they would have led so far is with 3 FCs, so that's a bit problematic.
Yeah, and they're not even putting up bad scores, Finland. I mean, that's overall a solid team score at this point in time for the Finns, but as you said, only 1 miss out of the Americans. Sekre and Lexi still perfect. 2 for 2. Oh, but as I say that, Sekre going down.
And for a second there, I thought that the USA was finally going to have this score shrink a little bit, but Jonsku missed right after too, so that's not going to happen either. Every single time the USA makes a mistake, it seems that a Finnish player will make a mistake in about 100 combo, give or take. Now we might... it happens again. Sekre and Veneto G both trading once more, and Veneto G is really missing quite a lot there.
But it's all eyes on Lexi as we head to the end of the map. The point will go to the United States. But will Lexi go 2 for 2? The new #1 United States player overtook that position from Sekre not too long ago. Showing why that is the case. Coming in with an SS.
Doing better with tournament play too, that's great. And there you have it, a second point for USA. Again, a fairly large score gap, but nothing to sneer at for Finland too. Only 2 misses there for Jonsku. and really quite a solid performance from them too. The United States is very much prepared to take on this blue team over here. First breakpoint of the game, and USA is next to pick once more.
We'll see what they eye up next, but it's definitely a good sign for the United States after handling... I'd say they handled that transition from Hard Rock 1 into Nomad 3. That was quite the transition, handled quite well, especially by Lexi, unfazed.
Yeah, they don't seem problematic at all, especially considering that Sekre is not really somebody is used to playing lower AR, so something like 8.7, despite the fact that he's become a very solid all-round player as well. It's not something that he tends to play very often, so going from the usual playstyle back to 8.7, it always, well not always, but it does seem to make for a couple of pickups every so often. He did miss twice, but not enough.
So they're going to go with double time 3. They're going to go with a mapper buff here, mapped by Ascendance, American mapper. It's Ascendance and Rockba's Rain.
We've seen this one played in a previous match too. It's a fun one. 8.6 highest AR of this double time pool. So just a tad bit under AR 10. I'm pretty sure if you want to like recalculate that to proper AR numbers. And this is something that the United States will definitely be very good on. Many double-time players over there that are just out of their mind in terms of skill level. Colin does seem to hop into the lobby. He's still on the side of Finland, so I do wonder who's going to be dropped out of the United States roster. I believe Lexi would make the most sense here.
I think that they would normally drop Lexi out, but Lexi is 2 for 2 right now and playing pretty well, so I think that's what they're asking, you know, if Lexi is confident with it. But Colin definitely coming in for one of the two, Sekre or Lexi. We see Creeper coming back in for the United States.
Correct, indeed. So who's going to do it, Lexi or Sekre? At this point, it seems like a bit of preference, really. And Lexi has improved a lot in terms of high AR gameplay as well. I'm pretty sure that they upgraded the system, the computer system, like last year, and that was finally.
I think it was 2 years ago. A bunch of the American players, we all pitched in to upgrade Lexi's setup. He was originally playing on a Mac, if you can believe that.
He was top 10 with a Mac.
Was the best hidden player in the world with the Mac. So once he got used to that setup, I mean, double time and Hard Rock just became nothing for this man, and is now dominating the whole nation with his catch greatness. And is so young too. I believe is only about 19 years old, around there.
Bright future coming up for Lexi. Yeah, he can still improve, I'm pretty sure. We are always amazed by just the sheer amount of crazy plays that Lexi drops. The Creeper, same goes for him. He's improved a lot in the last couple of years too. Always been a very competent top player. But he's definitely like the best double-time player in the world at the moment. So the USA really took over.
I was wrong. He's 20, turning 21 in July. Still.
You're good friends, right?
we keep up with each other,
friends.
you know. We keep up.
Okay.
I get called out here. But speaking of a lack of friends here, Veneno seems to be the lone Finnish player in the lobby. Looking to be a 3v1 here.
Yeah, seemingly the Finnish people decided to reboot those two, so now they're going to have to be moved back into the lobby, so we're going to have to wait for like not a minute at least, pretty sure. Well, they're pretty quick, honestly. The Flying Popburger immediately joined back into the lobby. Will they be able to start the map within the minutes? I do think that is quite speedy. For the meantime, Dolan, how have you been doing? Actually, you just rushed into this lobby, saved me from commentating on my own. But I do assume that the public is also wondering about your state of being.
So I'm doing well. Can't let a United States match go solo casted.
Oh, that is
my boy out to dry in the booth.
That is true. I was quite surprised indeed to see that Elix just didn't decide to show up, but I was wondering, like, at least one other American person will have to show up right now, right? So you took the call, and we're running great. It's good to talk with you again over here.
Indeed. And then I think that means this match is going to go to tiebreaker now because it's you and me in the booth. So I have no doubt that Finland will run the gauntlet and at least send this to a tiebreaker.
Let's see it now. Colin in the first service there for the United States. So Finland is going to be leading this double tie pick for the time being. Maybe that is a start of something.
Start of something indeed. First lead of the match here really for Finland. The first definitive one. With Colin the only miss, approaching that halfway mark. Nikolai is going to go down just after the spinner section. That's just brutal, man. Right after the spinner. And that is going to even things up here, Sergeant.
That is correct. They do have to consider spinning as well as they can as well against a country like the United States. But Nikolai once more misplacing the catch just a little bit too far to the left, and those drops are coming in for Finland out of the blue. Entire team just dropped the combo. The United States is growing that score lead at a very rapid pace out of the blue.
It's to Creeper and Lexi really putting the work in here. Colin struggling just a little bit, but has teammates backing him up quite nicely. Lexi looking to go 3 for 3 here to Creeper. Looking to go 2 for 2. And really nothing Finland can do here. I mean, only one of the 3 players inside of the United States having any issue whatsoever. That is going to be a ridiculous team score from the Americans.
Oh, absolutely. And the Finnish people over there also trying their best. Nikolai just didn't get in the rhythm at all throughout the map. Unfortunately. A 3 miss there for Energy is also very good. It's on the same level as Colin, actually at a higher score too, but you have 2 SSs you have to box against as well. That is not something you do every day, and that is not something that the Finns were able to do right now either. And that's a fair point.
The Creeper able to outspin Lexi for the MVP there, but 2 double S's, and that's 2 double S's for Lexi in the match so far, 3 maps in. And Finland will actually counter with double time 1, so we're going to be staying on DT.
Maybe trying to bank off those couple of misses from Colin. Maybe that works, but it is something you can discuss, right? You just saw 2 people on the USA team double S the double time pick, which is something that doesn't quite happen too often in these lobbies. And then opting for another double time, that's going to be rough, right?
Indeed. And as you can see, the Americans now will find anything to give each other some trouble over, even if it's a single banana. It makes me glad to be in the booth with you, Conrad.
Oh, I'm so happy to have you here again. It's been a year, right? Since we last casted, I'm pretty sure.
I think so, yeah.
It's got to be a year by now. So it's great to be back here in front of all of you people. A couple of hearts, sending a couple of hearts over your way. And we're gonna enjoy the CWC for sure. We are only just begun, right?
Indeed. Only in the round of 16, and the quarterfinal matches are looking absolutely amazing for next weekend. All of our winners bracket encounters you're gonna want to catch. Of course, Mexico awaiting the winner of this match.
We've seen I use a Mexico lineup a couple of times already, and that always tends to be very good. Mexico also very solid team this year, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yes, they've been performing quite nicely in their first 2 matchups. Very consistent despite the fact they only have 5 players.
I mean, they beat the Netherlands 6-1, the one team that beat Indonesia, so if you're gonna power skill it up.
Yeah, how was that match, bud?
That match against, we want to talk Indonesia or Mexico right now?
Indonesia.
That was fantastic. That made me very happy, especially considering that Indonesia is just such a great country. Great people over there too, so it's always in a friendly manner, right? But it feels great to win as the underdog. And we haven't really had those moments in the last couple of years in CWC for the Netherlands, so hey, I'll take it, for sure. Finland's gonna have to try to do that as well over here against the United States, right? Run the gauntlet? That's what you said, right?
Yeah, at some point they're gonna have to start running it because they're down 3-0. But they're looking to get on the board with this double time 1 pick. City Creeper, Lexi, Colin in the lobby. Finland still finalizing their roster.
no swaps actually for the United States. They just kind of messed around a little bit. The creep Lexi as they just play double tag map. They're gonna do the one small, the one that Finland picked. Finland just dropped somebody there. Nikolai not in the lobby right now. And what will they do now? Who are they gonna pick instead?
Looks like we're waiting for Veneno's client to stop lagging, so looks like that'll be the lineup.
The ever mythical client lag. Nobody can put their finger on what causes it. It seems not even at the corporation of OC itself. So it's always going to be a mystery, it seems like.
It's the anomaly.
Maybe it's in your head. Who knows? It's probably not in your head.
No, it's definitely real. We know that.
I believe that everybody should just opt to buy an 8-core CPU for OC. I think that'll fix most of these issues, right? So here's my tip. Hey, I'll tell you, I never really had any issues with lag. Just saying.
That's one way to get around it. Looks like we're finally going to get started on this round number 4. As Veneno is in the lobby for Finland, the players are readying up. We'll see if Lexi can go 4 for 4.
Reaper is not quite ready to go 3 and 3, it seems. We're getting him to ready up right now, and then we'll be finally on the way with Super Hearts from Also Fanboy. Yeah, it's looking like we're finally getting somewhere. Fourth map of the match. Right here. No roster swaps there for the United States. Finland does see a bit of a roster swap there. Nikolai not playing this one.
Seems like we had an early miss from Veneno. And never mind, that was Client.
Yeah, it does seem so. Client sometimes lying a little bit to us, but this time around with Colin telling the truth. Again, an early miss for them. And Finland once more runs away with a bit of an early lead. So far, that has not been... Oh.
Ooh, and Lexi will not be going 4 for 4. That is a double miss from the United States. Lexi and Colin going down. Still 3 FCs for Finland.
Yeah, I'm not going to finish that previous sentence because now it's not quite too indicative. And Colin is doing a little weird over there. Lexi not at a 200 combo yet. And so far, Finland is just going to run away if Colin doesn't decide to catch anything.
Yeah, not sure what's going on with Colin. Looks like it could be some sort of clearly an issue going on with the hardware there, but Finland dominating and taking control. The Creeper now going down. There goes the only FC for the United States. And it looks like Finland are going to run away with this one. Get on the board.
Does seem like it. Well, Colin is back at least for now. Lexi and the Creeper have done quite well so far. Who knows, maybe they can run it back somehow. Finland decides to blow up. But that is unlikely. This time around, Finland with the big lead.
Yeah, not sure what happened with Colin there. Could be latency input. Could have been an issue with the dash key. But there was definitely some sort of issue. But regardless, Finland putting up pretty decent team scores here overall. Definitely would have heavily contested this point and probably would have even taken it from the Americans.
Yeah, that big score deficit is something they just can't bridge right now. It seems that Finland is just going to be able to run away with it. Despite the fact that Lexi and the Creeper have tried their best, it does seem that their scores are actually quite a bit lower than that of Botberg and Veneno as well. So it seems like even if Holland was able to get close enough C on this pick, it would have likely gone to Finland. So a very good performance there for Berger out of the blue, double S-ing the game, this map. And that's your first point for Finland too. Fortunately there for Colin.
Yeah, unfortunate for Colin, but also fortunate to really have those issues on a map where it was likely Finland were going to win anyway, I guess. But unfortunate that we didn't get to see it played out fully. We'll never know. But a solid performance nonetheless from Finland. 3 combined misses as a team on that pick. So, I mean, it's likely they would have taken it regardless. Right, so United States next up to pick. Map pool is wide open for them. Hidden has not been picked yet. Hard Rock 2, 3, open, double time 1, mixed mod 1. As well as 2 no mods.
I mean, they have to reconsider double time for a little now because despite Colin's performance there, it seemed that the Finnish players were just playing better on that one. So again, it would have been quite unlikely for the United States to pick that point, even if Colin didn't lag there. So what did you do then? Did you just go for Hard Rock? Because Finland does have Nikolai and a couple of other players that can do that too. Or will we finally see somebody double into that hidden map pool? Because that is something that the United States is also quite good at. They do have Trent back into the roster as well, who used to be one of the greatest hidden players in the world as well for a long while too. I'm interested in seeing them play as well here.
And it looks like that might be the case. They are bringing up Trent's name in the lobby. And it is going to be hidden 1 from the United States. And seemingly Trent is going to be playing. And I don't believe we got to see Trent play their previous match against New Zealand. So this will be Trent's first match, or first map back in the World Cup in a very long time.
Well, welcome back indeed, Trent, and let's see if they are going to be able to pick up where they left as one of the better players in the world, really. Has been inactive for a little bit, I'm pretty sure. Maybe just flew on the radar. I'm not entirely sure what they've been up to for the most part. I mean, you can fill us in on that, right? As a fellow American, you probably know, though.
Well, I mean, he's been kind of inactive and inconsistent, coming back here and there, but I know for a while he was restricted from playing in the World Cup, and I know that this is his first year of eligibility back since that restriction was lifted. So knowing that, Trent started playing the game like wildfire. Leading up to the tournament.
Sense.
Was very excited to get back into the World Cup lineup, and the United States very happy to have Trent back.
Oh, I reckon they are, for sure. Again, most people saying that this is the best team the USA has had so far in the World Cup. And it is the top 6 players, like in rank-wise, in the United States as well, for the first time ever. So if that doesn't tell you enough, then I don't know either. They are looking for that win of the tournament here.
If this won't beat Korea, nothing will.
It really, yeah, it kind of goes that way, yeah. And Finland, well, they put a little dent into the record of the United States so far. Trent already having a 590 combo for us on this client lobby.
We told you, best player in the world.
Oh yeah, just makes that up and rocks it. But yeah, we're back to normal state, to the normal state of things again as we get into that 5th map. Finland, will they be able to increase the damage here after that loss on double time?
Well, I certainly know that Finland are a capable hidden team, so they should be able to put up somewhat of a fight against this. But, you know, Trent's got Lexi and Russell as backup going into this. So it's a formidable hidden lineup that Finland have to deal with. We'll see how things unfold as the map now begins to unwind here.
everybody's very happy on seeing X-Gun back in CWC in some form or manner. This time with a map, and this is a bit of a tricky one. It does scale in difficulty towards the end, especially the ending streams are just really rough. And that's where you'll see most misses. So far, everybody holding on to a very nice combo here. Pretty sure there's been no drop of misses either, so just perfect all across here.
6-way double S perfection. Get the camera. You don't see that too often.
Oh, missed the shot, as Nikolai is going to be the first to miss there for Finland. And the USA will be able to pick up a very early lead here. Only very minute though, so loss that can still happen.
Finland's still doing a good job. Like you said, this map definitely scaling in difficulty towards the ending, so as long as Finland can be within striking distance when they approach that ending section, they're going to have a shot to steal this point from the Americans.
Try they will. So far, Jonsku and Veneno-G are still holding on to very big combos. Still both with the double, well, not a double SDF for Veneno-G, but it is more than enough score to be proud of. But the United States is holding on.
Golly, Trent's gonna go down. Be the first miss for the Americans.
Surprisingly,
surprisingly,
Finland has not missed after the miss from Nikolai. So that could just shake up things a little bit.
It's certainly not over yet. This one just beginning, but now Finland in the driver's seat. Gonna take over this advantage as Trent recovers. Rossold also going down in the slow section right before this difficult spike coming up.
Suddenly we have a situation happening here. Finland again leading as Rossold seems to break once more.
So now Finland with a chance. They'll have to hold on to this last difficult section coming up. But if they can do just that, they will have themselves a massive break point. And here we go.
Yeah, we're gonna get a bit intense now. Get ready to scream if you see somebody miss. Could mean a lot for both of these teams. Two misses there for both. Trent and Russell dropping there for the United States, and Finland holds on.
Jonsku, the only one to drop. He'll trade one of the misses back. Nikolai as well going down. Veneno-G, the only one left against Lexi, but Finland with an advantage. The Americans slowly pulling it back. I don't know if they're going to have enough time. Jonsku goes down again.
And another miss there for Nikolai. Well, right at the end, Veneno-G as well. The spinner, the size, but it's not enough for the United States.
Wow, Finland able to get the job done. 13K. Breakpoint. Lexi with the double S. It's not enough. Finland, right place, right time.
Great performance there. The only FC in the lobby does come from Lexi once again. Not enough to pull the team of the United States this time around as well. Finland just did great. And again, we are having this surprising little team over there in Finland who will seed quite low but perform way out of margin. And they're leveling up the score, or at least getting pretty close to it, 3-2.
Yep, with their next pick, they'll have a shot to level that score, and they're going to go with Nomad 2. The more technical Nomad pick.
Yeah, we see a lot of talk about Pick'em so far. A lot of people did predict a 6-0 score for the United States, and I do understand that it's quite surprising to see that just not happen here. Finland taking up 2 points already, but that is the discussion that we had very early on in the match. Finland is able to surprise every so often, and even against this humongously strong United States team, they just pulled a couple of points out of the bag. They might just be able to continue doing that. Who knows?
Definitely seems that the United States have not been able to get away from their old demons. They are such a good team when it comes to scaling up in difficulty, but they've always had some issues with their early round consistency. But this really isn't even an issue with consistency. I mean, Finland just came to play. I mean, that last performance was incredible. No, Lexi. I will keep calling out your weaknesses for the sake of an entertaining match.
Hold this man back. Hold him back. oh gosh. And they're going to be starting at 5. What is going through the heads of the United States at this point? Do you feel like they might be a little bit nervous by now?
I mean, they expected a stiff fight from Finland. They knew this is probably one of the worst matchups for them they were going to have, just in terms of, you know, early round strength. But I certainly can imagine that they didn't see it going this way. It's going to be Sekre, Lexi, and Decreeper on this Nomad 2 for the Americans.
Yeah, just a singular roster swap there again for United States. Let's see if they can break the rhythm of Finland.
Yep. Meanwhile, Finland, no substitutions. They'll leave their 3 players in. They've been getting the job done.
Yeah, and they only have 1 substitution while we're at it. The Creeper there with the first miss for the United States, and maybe they'll be able to get the job done once more.
Lexi gonna follow that up.
This is becoming a bit of a surprising match. Seeing 2 misses there for the United States. I mean, it's not indicative of what will happen towards the end. This is very early on in the match, but we do not expect Finland to take an early lead every single time. They've done that 3 or 4 times in a row by now. They did lose one of those times, but picked up 2 points. And so far, they're doing very well.
That is a consequential miss there from Nikolai at the end of the break. Absolutely brutal. So that will allow the United States to pull back some of that score that they lost. Finland will maintain about a 1 miss advantage.
Very thin margins now, but both teams are doing nearly perfectly. That is very exciting to see, no matter what country or what team they are.
Oh,
Energy does have a big drop there, though.
Ooh, that was quite the drop, finding yet another one. Trying to find their footing. The United States will take the advantage in the meantime. Not going to run away with it, but that was quite the consequential miss from Veneno.
It's good enough if you keep it up from this point onward, but if the United States were to miss once more, they'll just vanish.
Yeah, that's definitely not a lead you can get comfortable with. It's only about 30,000. Oh, a Decreeper is going to provide the miss. Just left that hyper dash a little too early. Got ahead of himself.
It's a very fast play, and sometimes that will sting you on these types of slower maps. Finland is doing proper stuff here again. The Creeper is just a bit too quick.
And Finland are going to do just enough and get the job done again. We're going to be tied at 3 points apiece. I don't think anyone saw this coming.
Wow, Finland, everybody. It's happening once more. One of the lower seeded teams. Just being an absolute banger, providing an absolute banger match here. 2 FCs across the board, one from Sekre and one from Jonsku, but Jonsku actually performing a little bit better with that double S, and that's a 3-3 scoreline. I mean, the USA did have some very big wins at the start of the match. There's score margins of about 300,000 or like 200,000, but as long as you pick up points, or as long as you're leading by 1 point, you'll pick up the points. And that's what Finland's doing on these last couple of maps. It's very solid performance, like nothing you can say about that.
Yeah, not much you could say. The Americans, they will have the next pick, and they're going to go with Hard Rock 2. Tokyo takedown. And they have to stop that momentum from Finland. 3 consecutive points from the Finns to level the score.
Yeah, and so far we've seen everything except for the other mixed mod pick being utilized for these teams. I do wonder whether USA is a little skeptical in picking that, but I do believe that could work really well against Finland. So far, they are just going to try their good old weapons in Hard Rock and Double Time any mod. But those mods are failing them so far too, because Finland just took a lot of points there on modded maps. Those weren't no mods. Well, the final one was, but on Double Time, on Hidden, things are happening, everybody, and we're leveled out here at 3-3 as we get into the next pick real quick. United States very likely does have the picks prepared getting into the game, so Sakurai was able to pick that one really fast. But Finland does have very good momentum going for them.
Yeah, that's what it's come down to. Finland building up that nice momentum, and the Americans have had no answer to it. So Sakurai, Lexi, and Creeper once again take up the Hard Rock for the United States against Venino, Botberger, and Nikolai.
And Botberg is down, the first to miss. He's a little inconsistent on his catcher placement. This is not a part you expect a lot of people to miss at. Now for the first time, USA. I'll shut it real quick. As USA has a double miss, followed up by another miss from Botberger, but that's going to give Finland the lead once more.
Yeah, combo advantage to the Finns. Lexi will find another early miss, and the United States just seems to be out of their rhythm. The Botberger struggles are going to keep the Americans in it. They're going to keep Finland from running away, but Venino and Nikolai putting in the work.
And again, Lexi missed another time, and their score is lower than that of Botberger's right now. So, technically speaking, Finland's doing really good here once more.
Yeah, but now these misses from Botberger are starting to add up here for Finland. So that's going to shift the combo advantage back to the Americans. Despite the fact that Finland has about a 50k lead. Oh, that's a crucial double miss for Finland.
Oh, you see that red bar just spawn out of the blue. That's what happens. United States now very much back in the driver's seat as Venino G misses once more. And this is something that we have expected coming into this pick.
Final quarter of the map. The Americans way ahead now thanks to that double miss. Over 100k. And growing even further as Botberger finds more struggles. That is going to be a point for the United States. They finally have an answer to the momentum from Finland. They'll regain the lead.
They finally stabilized just a little bit there. Now everybody on the United States with a combo of 400 at least. Finland is trying their best too. Once again, Nikolai and Venino G do very nice things over here, but Botberger just really wasn't able to play that well, unfortunately. So that will give it to United States. Again, a little bit closer than we might have expected, even considering 240,000 points of difference. We were a little afraid that the United States might have just lost their lead there for a little bit, but they go back into it. Creeper with the double S, very nice.
Yeah, Lexi definitely struggled though and kept us on our toes at the start of that Hard Rock map. But this time the Americans able to rally together and get the job done 4-3. Finland now, the pressure is on them to keep up this momentum. Now where do they go? The only no mod left is the Convert no mod 4. Hidden 2 and 3 available, Hard Rock 3, Double Time 2, and Mix Mod 1. DT, kind of 50-50 for him.
It's the final one too, so it's rough. I don't know exactly. Well, Finland is starting to run out of those comfortable picks, I do believe, because will they go for the Convert or will they not be comfortable in that? I would say that Finland does have a fairly strong roster of Convert players too, especially Nikolai. Looking at Nikolai directly here right now, but they are running out a little bit of.
It's going to be DT. They are going to go for Milk, the last Double Time map available.
Yeah, let's see it happen. Like, the thing with the previous Double Time win of Finland is they will have that in the back of their minds for sure. The fact that Colin lagged in the middle of the map, that just provided them the win and gave them a bit of peace of mind there. That might not be the case anymore, because, well, if the United States doesn't have any lagging players, it's going to have to come down to sheer points of difference again, right? That's logical, obviously, but hopefully they did not build up any sort of hubris from that previous pick, because they did just cleanly win the no mode pick before that. It might have been a better option to try and go for that then again, especially considering the fact that the convert pick would shake up the momentum a little bit, because it's just a little weird and a little different compared to the other maps that have been played so far. We don't see these convert maps pop up in the map pools that much anymore. But double time it is. They should know a lot better. I'm not in their team, I'm not a part of it, so I do wonder how far they can take this and whether they will be able to level out once more. Finland and the United States starting their 8th map.
A lot of people also forget about Finland in the 3-digit Catch World Cup. They always compete for spots on the podium. Have that depth of experience when it comes to tournaments. I think that's good use today. So far, clean start for everyone on the double time 2 pick.
Very solid, and we do have to remember the fact that the skill gap between a 3-digit and a 2-digit is shrinking the more players come in. So winning the 3-digit World Cup is still a very nice achievement, and the Creeper is sadly not going to be performing very nicely here. Together with Sekre, not something they can. Not a great achievement here for the United States on those misses, and Finland is leading.
3-way FCs for Finland, third of the way through, approaching that halfway mark. This is exactly what you want to see if you're a Finland fan. Into the spinners. No one caught out.
Yeah, that is most important here for Finland, not being caught out. Jonsku there was the first miss for Finland, giving the United States a bit of score back, but it's not quite enough to give them the lead.
Not going to give them the lead, but it definitely gives the Americans a way back into this one. Now Botberger goes down. That's going to even the score. Multiple misses from Botberger. This should flip it back to the Americans if they can hold.
If they can hold, that is. And we've seen a couple of misses from Lexi in the past few maps too. Hopefully they can hold their nerve here and finish this one without dropping anything. So far it's looking good, but the scoreline is still very close, despite the fact we're almost ending the map here. A single miss could still shift things.
Oh yeah, it's still anyone's game here. Coming down to the last sections, but Botberger's miss is gonna be the dagger.
And there'll be plenty for United States, and they're gonna be running away now with the last 3 seconds of the map, increasing the score lead a little bit. And that's gonna be a solid point.
That's 2.9 million scores. That's a 2.9 million score out of Finland. That is not a bad team score at all. Putting up one hell of a fight, the Finns are, against the #1 seed. It is going to be match point for the United States. They do have the pick. And now you got to wonder if a timeout is going to be called. No, Sekre knows exactly what he wants and is going right into Hard Rock 3. They want to end this right now.
We are 7.1 in the Hard Rock bracket. That is definitely new age type stuff. It's always nice as somebody who doesn't really play a lot anymore to come back into the game every so often, see what things have changed and how these maps are getting quirky and fun. And I really dig it a lot.
That's right, you are a speed player, are you not?
Am I?
I don't know.
As in, I enter and I leave real quick. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, well, in that case, I'm quite the speed player, dude.
Oh.
In that case, Motion's got nothing on our double time, if that's the case.
He should be afraid. He should be absolutely terrified even.
XCon is shaking in the corner somewhere.
Don't you get close to us? Absolutely not. United States, Hard Rock. This is one of their more comfortable picks, I do believe, and they got into this quick real fast. Sekre, it didn't even take 3 seconds for the referee to call United States pick. for Sakurai to just say RO16, get ready, lobby, and here we are. Finland has performed so great so far though, and they almost ran the gauntlet, so I mean they still could, technically they can do that.
They still could, and you know, if they are able to take this break point, you gotta wonder if they call the timeout to slow things down and take their last pick and try to force a tiebreak. I feel like that's what you have to do, especially considering that the Americans are wanting to force the issue and dive into these maps quite quickly.
Well, that's a good strategy coming from the United States. They just need to focus on their own performance for now. Just try to go for the full combo. They can do it, and if they do it, all three of them, then winning is the most probable thing that will occur. So, Finland, maybe a tad bit more nervous here than the United States. Will it show? Maybe the final map of the game here, as everybody's back to the combo already.
Everyone with a good launch through the intro. A very short map, under 2 minutes. So the tension is going to build quite quickly here. Team scores already above 1 million.
And it's quite intense all the way through too. Like, you can very much underestimate these wiggles, and Sakurai does that right now for the United States. First miss. Finland in the driver's seat.
That is going to be a consequential miss, but Finland has to hold. Can they three-way?
It's not a long map either, so it's got to intensify a little bit in the coming notes. But they are leading. They can permit one miss, technically speaking.
They could, but it's not ideal. Here we go. Final quarter of the map. Finland ahead on the three-way. And Veneno is going to be the miss for Finland, but that's going to even things up. Jonsku is going to be a second miss for Finland, and that's going to put things over for the United States.
Seems that the wall stands. United States just has to hold on to Como now, and then more misses for Finland will probably seal the deal. Veneno knows it already, or at least feels it in his gut. Probably the entire team missing that for Finland.
That is going to do it.
Yeah, that's not going to make it too exciting anymore. The United States, with the singular miss on their end, is able to pull through at the end with a 6-3 scoreline.
GG, well played from both teams. It'll be 6-3 USA, 2.9 million points for the United States. Lexi and DeCreeper coming in with a pair of double S's to round things out. They're definitely going to be clowning Sakurai for that in the chat later, as they always do. But Finland, what a performance. I mean, I think a lot of people had this team pegged for maybe a 6-0, 6-1 loss in this matchup. Really dug their heels in and were actually able to take advantage of their opponents' inconsistencies just by performing well and focusing on their game.
So sneaky, but it's great to see. It's great to see these lower end teams be able to perform so well in the earlier round. That's the entire reason why the map will increase in difficulty as the tournament goes on, to have these kinds of matches happen. Whether you like it or not, it at least makes them more exciting for sure. But yeah, we did get the predicted winner. It didn't go without a couple of hiccups and stumbles, and hopefully the United States will be wary of those for the coming rounds too, because the team will only get stronger.
Well, they're going to get Mexico next week, so that's going to be quite the match. They definitely know what they have to work on for next week, but I'm sure for now they'll just be happy they come away with a hard-earned win over the Finland. 6-3. Finland will be playing, who are they playing in the losers bracket? I believe we said this earlier. But it's going to be Vietnam in the loser bracket.
Alright, so one of the lower seeded teams as well, I'm pretty sure. Finland has been absolutely killing it so far in the tournament, so let's see if Vietnam has any sort of answer for them for this game, for the upcoming game.
Well, we've just got 3 matches remaining, all of them in the losers bracket. So they're all going to be elimination matches. The next one coming in about 2 hours, Denmark and Colombia. Then we'll also have Brazil and the United Kingdom, and finally Peru and Belgium to wrap up the weekend.
Yeah, it's been an exciting weekend. There's been a couple of upsets. There's been a couple of very, well, not the closest matches in terms of scoreline, but definitely close matches in terms of just how exciting some of those maps were, despite the fact that they did not, again, represent themselves too well into the scorelines. It's been good fun so far, and these 3 last matches should provide some very nice screen material for us viewers as well, so you don't want to miss out on those. You do have a little bit of time to settle down. 2 hours from now, we will go into Denmark versus Colombia, so just do whatever you want with our free time. What are you going to do, Dolan?
I'm going to get ready for that match because I'm going to be right here in the booth.
Ooh. See you later tonight then as well, and you'll maybe see me later tonight as well. We're just trying to figure out a couple of things. But it's been great fun passing with you once again, Dolan. It's always good fun passing with you.
We always have some fun.
All this team on the block, right? We've been doing this for years, mate.
Yeah. Back at it. But we're gonna get out of here before Trusk rages any further.
We all want to eat something and just have fun time. Personal fun time as well. So let's do
That as well. Oh, but yeah. Definitely come back. 2 hours. Denmark, Colombia. We'll be here. We'll see you then.
And take care. Bye-bye.